Inna alladhina tawaffahumul malaikatu zalimi anfusihim. Now again those people who, although they have embraced Islam, they have not made hijrah. They are living with their kafir tribes, whether at Makkah or elsewhere. They have not come over to Medina. Now if death comes to them, the angel would ask, where were you? You professed Islam, you are living with the kafir tribe. Why didn't you make hijrah? You are doing wrong to your own self. You are making yourself doomed. Inna alladhina tawaffahumul malaika. Verily those whom the angels are putting to death. Zalimi anfusihim, and they are wronging themselves by not migrating, by not having migrated. Qalu ainam fima kuntum. And the angel would say, in what condition were you? How come? You are a moment and you are living in this place which belongs to kuffar and you didn't migrate. Qalu kunna mustada'afina fil ard. They will reply to these angels, we were oppressed people. We were weaks, mustada'afin. Qalu alam takun ardullahi wasi'atan. The angel would reply, the reply was not the earth of Allah. The Allah's earth was not wide enough for you, fatuhajaru fiha, that you could make any migration and hijrah therein. Allah's world was very wide, very spacious, very commodious. You could have gone elsewhere. You should have left your kafir family and tribe and gone over to Muslim city or Muslim, the days of hijrah. Alam takun ardullahi wasi'atan fatuhajaru fiha faulaika ma'wahum jahannam wa sa'at masira. For such people, their abode is hell. And it is a very bad destination. May Allah save us all from that. Illa al-mustada'afin. Again an exception here also. Except those who are really weak and oppressed, min ar-rijal, whether they were men, wal nisa, or women, wal wildan, or children, la yastatiyuna hilatan, who didn't afford, they didn't have any means to immigrate. After all, wala yahtaduna sabila, they didn't know the path. How can I go to Medina when I don't know the path? It's not like, buying a ticket from, airways and going over to another country. Going from Makkah to Medina or from any other far place. Going from there, if there is no means, there is no camel, there is no conveyance, there is no, wealth with them to meet the expenses during the journey, or they don't even know the path, the way. So if there are such, restrictions on them, if they are really not able to do it, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, illa al-mustadafina min al-rijali wal-nisa'i wal-bildani la yastatiyuna hilatan wa la yahtaduna sabila fa ulaika asallahu an yafu anhum. Asallahu an yafu anhum. As for these people, it can be hoped that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will pardon them. But it can be hoped only. Allah is not guaranteed. Because Allah will judge on the day of judgment whether they were really excused or excusable or not. Whether their excuse was a lame excuse or a real excuse, it will be judged. So asallahu an yafu anhum, there is a possibility they can hope to be pardoned. Wa kana Allahu afuwan ghafura, and Allah is all pardoning and forgiving. Wa man yuhajir fi sabilillah, and whosoever immigrates in the way of Allah. Fi sabilillah, what does it mean? Fi sabilillah is always for jihad. Fi sabilillah. Infaq fi sabilillah. You have to spend your money for making the deen of Allah supreme. For the expenses for jihad. Qital fi sabilillah, jihad fi sabilillah, infaq fi sabilillah, hijrah fi sabilillah. What does it mean? Because it is the duty of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to make the deen of Allah supreme. And he is waging jihad. And for that purpose, now he wants, and Allah wants, that all the human resources should be gathered together at one place, so that an effective offensive, that can be launched. So this is hijrah fi sabilillah. This is not hijrah fi sabilil wealth. fi sabil of good living, hijrah, fi sabilil mal. No, fi sabilillah. Hijrah, to leave your ancestral place only for the purpose of the making of the deen of Allah Supreme. That is hijrah fi sabilillah. وَمَنْ يُهَاجِرْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ يَجِدْ فِي الْأَرْضِ مُرَاغَمًا كَثِيرًا وَسَعًا. He will find on the earth places of refuge and abundant resources. Don't think Allah's world, Allah's earth is not small. It's very wide. They will find. It's only the intention. If you determine, if you have the true determination, Allah will accommodate you, will give you places of refuge. सफर है शर्त मुसाफिर नवाज वो तेरे हजार हा शजरे सायादार राह में है. The only condition is that you want to immigrate, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for you. فَسَنُيَسِّرُهُ لِلْيُسْرَى وَمَنْ يَخْرُجْ مِنْ بَيْتِهِ مُهَاجِرًا. And whosoever has left his home, immigrating, going towards Medina, and death overtakes him in the way. He intended to make hijrah. He left his home. He started from his ancestral place, Makkah or elsewhere. وَمَنْ يَخْرُجْ مِنْ بَيْتِهِ مُهَاجِرًا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ ثُمَّ يُدْرِكُهُ الْمَوْتُ. But now death overtakes him before he reaches Medina. What will be the end? فَقَدْ وَقَعَ أَجْرُهُ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Now his reward is now due on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. If he couldn't reach Medina, it was now for no fault of his. Because death came, overtook him. But his ajr, his sawab, his reward is ensured. And here the wordings are, وَقَعَ أَجْرُهُ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Now it is due on Allah. He has to pay his rewards. Allah is taking upon himself that he will have to pay his reward. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمًا. And verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ever merciful